Michael McKean, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
I appreciate you being here. You know, I'm a big fan of yours. I was just talking about, was it Adrian Van Voorhees?
Adrian Van Voorhees,
Yes.
yes. He was the musical director of Primetime Glick.
Primetime Glick with Jiminy Glick. You and Marty
yes.
Short were unbelievable in that. Oh, my
Well,
gosh, amazing. That used to make me laugh. That was ridiculous. Do you come up with the name, or does...
No.
that's-
I was purely a hired gun.
yeah,
But I wore a lot of makeup, and that's what we like to do.
I also want to talk about Spinal Tap while I have you here. But do people just bother you all the time about just talking about it, or
They
do you
don't
mind?
bother me. They do quote me. They know the movie much better than I do.
They do?
Yeah.
When was the last time you've seen Spinal Tap?
Oh, geez, start to finish. We actually watched it with a guy who wrote this book with us. You can buy a book now. Too.
Wow.
Yes, it's one of those like ace novels where you flip it over and it's people on this side think you're an idiot because you're holding the book upside down, but you're actually reading the front half of the book. Anyway, it's called A Fine Line Between Stupid and Clever, and the other side is called Smell the Book. So it's up to you.
Did you have any idea that Spinal Tap would be such a cult classic, or?
We just wanted to get it finished.
Really?
Yeah. We had a tiny budget and we had no time, and we called our friends and said, do you like to improvise? And they said, yeah. And they came and they shot for a day and they went home. It was great.
Who were you closest with? Like, were you Christopher Guest's friend? Were you Harry Shearer's friend?
I'd known Chris since 1967.
Wow.
We were roommates. We were at NYU together, and we started writing songs together and stuff and making each other laugh. And I didn't meet Harry until 3 years later when I came out to L.A.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how did Rob Reiner get involved?
Listen, it's all in the book.
Oh, is okay, good.
Yeah. One half is about the making of the film, and the other half is about the band as a real thing, which they ain't.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's the funniest thing
In-depth
ever.
interview
I have
with
everything.
non-fiction.
Oh, wait, in-depth, but it's
In-depth and not
But
fiction.
it's so brilliantly said, and whatever you make up or improvise, it's now quotable. Every band who goes on tour has to have a copy of Spinal Tap or watch it on the tour bus.
Yeah.
It's just part of the vernacular.
It's nice.
It's good. And there's a rumor that I heard. First of all, I heard that there's a sequel coming out.
That's not just a rumor. It's a project. And
Wow.
you can see it on September 12th of this year if you want. The title is Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues.
Oh, my God.
Because the title Grumpy Old Men was already taken.
Here you are as the character David St. Hubbins on location.
Oh, yes.
Look at this.
Yeah. He's between gigs now, but he works out with a mariachi band very briefly. And so I got to write some heavy metal lyrics in Spanish. So.
And I heard that our very own Questlove is in the sequel. Is this true?
Well, I guess
Again,
you can tell him. Yeah.
I made it. Nice.
Yes.
You made the cut?
I made the cut.
He's very funny.
He is funny?
He's very funny.
Because I know Spinal Tap has a terrible reputation with their drummers.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. The thing is that they're interviewing new drummers, and nobody really wants to take the gig. It's just too risky.
Because every drummer has
Passed away, unfortunately. Yes,
Yeah.
So
some mid-tour,
excuses.
But also there's all sorts of crazy cameos. I heard. I mean, you can't confirm or deny, but Paul McCartney, maybe I heard.
Maybe.
We don't know. Sir Elton John, maybe we don't know. Anyways, I cannot wait to see that. And yeah, congrats on that.
Thank you.
And I also heard they're going to re-release Spinal Tap in theaters.
Yes.
July 5th.
Louder than ever. So
It's called Louder Than Ever.
no, it's just called it's the same movie. We changed the title.
Sorry.
But I think.
Are you still saying the title?
No, it's a little louder. Yes, it's all a hyphenate.
Oh my God! It's the longest title
The
of.
Reckoning.
I can't wait to see that as well. I want to talk about this. You're back on Broadway. Here you go, right here.
Yeah.
This is a revival of David Mamet's Pulitzer Prize-winning play, Glenn Ross.
Yeah.
This is an amazing cast in here. Kieran Culkin.
Yes.
Bob Odenkirk.
Yes.
Bill Burr.
Yes.
Yeah. Bob Odenkirk got nominated for a Tony.
Yes, he did.
Fantastic.
How about that?
That's good. They were both. I had Bill and Kieran on the show, and they're both raving about you.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, they do love it. How do we set up? Congrats on the success. How do we set up the play?
You know, it's about the smallest little pinpoint of American enterprise It's selling crap real estate in Florida to people who live in Chicago. So it's shooting fish in a barrel, but it's all about, you know, those men and what they do and how they do it to each other on the way out the door.
And you saw this play originally?
I saw it in 1986 with Peter Falk in Bob Odenkirk's role. Wow. One of the greatest actors who ever lived, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
And Joe Mantegna, who had created the role of Ricky Roma a couple of years before in New York.
Fun.
It's really, it's an amazing play. Apologies in advance for the salty language.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, a little salty language, but hey.
Can't quote the play.
No, you can't quote the play, but it's going to be. But congrats on the success, and thanks for being here.
Oh,
Always
my
great
pleasure.
to see you, buddy.
Good to see you.
Michael McKean, everybody. Glenn Ross is running now through June 28th on Broadway. Maren Morris joins us after the break. Stick around.